This is me just demonstrating something that I had sketched prior. I put on paper and wanted to share, but was exactly to like on the description of what I was trying to sketch was the right Ranger from the Power Rangers. But I kind of messed up on the daggers because one was going to be the white dagger and the other one was going to be the Green Ranger's other mystical thing that he calls the Dragon Zord. But I kind of messed up on it and kind of just put little effort into it, but I was able to get something on paper that would be something that it kind of reflects off my mindset, because I have I have a wound on my forehead that I could never seem to get over. But me trying to describe what daily life is was something that people often just scoff at and look at you differently. But I don't look at myself any different than what you should be based on what you look like. But that's kind of what we're in. But just with this figures and just different things that occur in life, that 2015 onwards hadn't been the same to me, but it's 2020 already, and I just basically demonstrated me drawing something, and or I have in the past with these videos, and then I had just basically sketched this recently with this is my sketch pad, and let me I have a folder that I keep basically all the drawings that are decent that I keep, and that I basically already shown this off many times, and that's something that I'd sketched back in 2014. That I took a photo of something and it appeared in the photo. I never again touched on it again, but I just was nervous about making videos because should I get the short end of the stick, people will say that you stole something and then don't realize it says Ortega, and I didn't steal anything, so it's something that I have to live with for the remainder of my life, that I have to live with ridicule and doubt and people, skeptics and all sorts of other stuff that they're kind of rude and disrespectful that I had to deal with. But I just tend to overlook it and just ignore it now, because I'm not where we used to be at, to where they know where they can go and walk and talk and conversate with the neighbor that didn't like me. And we moved because it was bullying, and I had gotten taunted by these people that don't really know me as well as what they expect them to say, that I stole something that has my last name Ortega written on it. And I proved many times that I sketched all sorts of different things on my channel via YouTube and Facebook Live, and Instagram and Twitter. So I did this without them realizing. That they don't watch it, then that's on them, but people get annoyed, and I had lost a following of folks that I once had on my profiles, that probably, because I would get angry at having to hear these people saying I didn't know how to sketch, and I had sketches with my last name Ortega, and I had demonstrated via live streams and different things, even though it's not that long, of live streams that I had posted prior and had different things upon. But I just want to end this video with the notion that people should realize, if you post something, that you're posting what occurs, and it, and sort of like, it basically doesn't mean that you're angry, but it just seems that I got ridiculed off something that seems so basic that I didn't know the notion of going through, like, trying to sue them or trying to go through the channels of suing someone over something that occurred, but didn't know how to go about it because I waited too long because of bad advice that I got from someone who might not be on my side, neither, that seemed like he was friendly, but then seemed like my advice would give him would throw me in jail, and I didn't see that, because I didn't throw a fist, and I didn't say anything, but it was just somebody that accused you of something that you have to go through, that I had to went through, that nobody else seemed to understand, that while I was angry at that time, but then I had gotten over it, and I just basically had to go through life without realizing you live and learn, but you should be able, if you get injured off someone, you should be able to sue them and throw them in jail. And I had people that didn't want that to occur on someone that they must have liked or whatever the hell, and it pissed me off. And I have to demonstrate that everything I had said Ortega, and this was very sort of like going through like ridicule and people walking past saying you stole something, and I hadn't stolen anything. Everything I had basically drawed from pencils and pens that I had, and from paper that I had gotten from basically just buying paper and then just basically drawing things and basically demonstrating that I drawed things via my Facebook and profiles via all the what I had like on Twitter and Instagram. You have to go through ridicule and people not believing you, and then it had me through and almost getting signed via YouTube, but for whatever reason I didn't get views or didn't get enough people to subscribe to my channel. But I just knew that I drawed it because I was the only one with the last name Ortega that sketched this stuff, and I just basically had to go through ridicule and basically people not believing you and then they telling you a bunch of stuff, and I just went through that and kind of just avoid all sorts of drama and different things that could occur with it, and basically had to keep this on me because I didn't want to get stolen, because I had drawed it, and whoever Samaturo was psycho, and he wanted what I had sketched, but he didn't realize everything said Ortega. So then they looked stupid in 2014 and 15 when they told me things. I would be going to jail. And I was like, well, I really would go over jail or something that has my last name on it. I don't think so, but then again, you never know in today's world. And then just having other people claim different things and going through life with that notion of being sort of like stalked and being watched, and just having all sorts of other stuff that happen that you have to go through in a daily life, the daily grind. But I get disability, but it still isn't enough, so it just basically ends here. So